Hey guys, Notor1ous here, and before the video starts, I want to talk to you guys about the websites I've been working on. So first up is my personal website. Now there's three ways you can access this website. The link in the description, or if you go to your search engine, just type in Notor1ous.com. It's already selected for you, or for me at least. And then go ahead and hit enter, or on my YouTube page, you can go right here to my Notor1ous website. Now here you can see a little bit about me. I explained myself a bit. You have all this here that shows you what's up to date and what's going on. I regularly post, and it kind of gives you a little bit of insight of what's going on with me and all sorts of stuff. So I have what's new besides the home page once it loads. So this is everything up to date on what's new on builds, armor builds and weapon builds, or just videos in general, so you guys can come here and check on them. I have builds in general, which you can choose between my 76, my Star Wars, Outriders, and Division. And then we have our weapon guides, armor guides, and if you wish to contact me, you more than well can. This is my email, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can, so just leave your name. You don't really have to put a last name, it's just there. Your email, type a little message, and send. Other thing is, of course, it does take a little bit to kind of run the site, and as you see, I have these little ads everywhere. Now, really, these are just personal ads that I've put up of things that I've used. So everything you see on the site are all the mics and controllers that I'm currently using. So if you would like to help me out a little bit, you can go and click on either these little things here or the pictures throughout the entire web page. Like, these are the controllers I use and such, and if you would like to get one for yourself, you more than well are welcome to. If not, you can also just come all the way down the bottom, and if you'd like, you can donate to me, and I can help keep this site up and keep it going, and it's just a little bit of something extra that comes my way out of, you know, all of this. Now the second site is not just for, it's not really for gaming, but it's for anyone that is interested in skincare products, which may seem stupid, but also funny. Everyone has some sort of skin washing treatment or something, so this is for both my male and female viewers. So if any of you guys are interested in any of this information that I've been slowly building that also kind of helps me out, I have an entire website dedicated to it, so you guys can go ahead and learn about all this different stuff. So if you have issues with a greasy face or acne or itch cream or whatever the hell it is that you guys have, you can go ahead and come to this website. This website is called skincareisforus.com. That link will also be in the description, or you can type it in on your search engine. Anyway, guys, thank you for sitting through this short little thing. Hopefully it's not stupid, but you know, it's just me. So anyway, guys, thank you very much, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hey guys, Notor1ous here, and welcome back to Division 2 Builds. Alright, so as always, before I start, always remember that it doesn't matter where the pieces are as long as you have them. Do not stress about it and don't go crazy over it. Don't try and find the exact piece of armors that I have exactly in the same spot, so don't go crazy about it. Alright, so this build is my all damage build, and I'm calling this the Notor1ous SOLO build since this is my personal solo build that I built from the ground up. This was pretty much the first ever real build I ever had, and ever since then I haven't seemed to make anything better than it itself. Alright, so starting off with the armor, we have 2 Walker and Harris, which gives us the weapon damage and damage to armor, which is really nice, especially when you're able to melt these damn guys. Of course, you have your weapon damage on it, and what you want on it, which happened to roll real nice, was maxed out critical hit chance and critical hit damage, and then for our mod slot, I put in extra critical hit damage. For our chest piece, which is the provalence defense, the anchor, I'm going to refer to it to probably that if I can't read it. This I have 3 pieces of, which gives me the headshot damage, which isn't really needed, but it's there because I wanted the critical hit chance and the critical hit damage out of this armor set, so that's really how it came. If you do happen to hit headshots with this, good for you. I'm not always that lucky, so you know, that's completely up to you. So of course you got your critical hit damage, and of course you have your critical hit chance and critical hit damage, and for our mod slot I threw on extra critical hit damage. Now for our talents. So hopefully, I think that says obliterate. As you guys should know, unless you're new to the channel, I can't read very well, so there's that. But basically what this does is critical hits increase your total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds up to 25 stacks. Now by the time you're like almost done with your clip, your magazine, your ammo, you already have this thing maxed out, and you're going to be doing 25% more weapon damage with this perk on. So really, really nice. Now for our holster, it is the Garup Sombra SA, or I'm gonna go with the GS symbol. Now I have this on due to the critical hit damage it gives me. I almost have maxed out weapon damage. It came with good maxed out critical hit damage. I just had through chance on there, and I was more than fine. My knee pads is my second piece of the fucking anchor. We're going with that, okay. Which gives me my critical hit chance, since it's my second piece. It comes with really good weapon damage. Critical hit chance could have been higher. Hopefully I find a better piece soon. And my critical hit damage. For my third and final piece of the defense anchor, which will give you your final piece of your critical hit damage, it came with maxed out weapon damage, which is pretty nice. All I had to do was throw on the critical hit damage, and it came with maxed out critical hit chance. Now for our backpack, which is our final Walker and Harris piece, which gives you that total damage to armor. This one rolled with maxed out weapon damage, which is really nice. It came with critical hit chance. Instead of headshot damage, I would like that to be critical hit damage instead of headshot damage. So if you happen to get this exact piece with the talent already on it, I suggest you switch out that headshot for extra critical hit damage. Now for our mod slot, I threw on extra critical hit damage, so then I'm doing all the amount of damage possible. Yeah, saying damage 100 times kind of sucks. Alright, so Unstoppable Force is the talent that I am currently using. I'm hoping I'm reading that right. If not, you guys already know what I'm talking about. So, killing an enemy increases your total weapon damage by 5% for 15 seconds and stacks up to 5 times. Now, the reason why this Unstoppable Force and Obliteration, okay, the Fist and the Rhino, is really good is because while you're entering your clip into somebody, all of this critical hit chance is stacking up the damage from Obliteration on your chest piece, and then once you kill him, you get the stack of Unstoppable Force, and then once you just keep completing that, by the time you have both of these maxed out and you basically are fighting higher enemies like yellows or named or even juggernauts, you're going to be ripping through them like tissue paper. It's absolutely the most satisfying thing to feel when you can basically do this by yourself. Alright, so another thing to mention is when I use this build, I pick off the easier enemies first and I work my way up. Unless there's no easy enemies around me, you're still going to have an easy time running through all yellows. Unless you're colorblind, then I apologize, but I'm talking about the really high up people, so the elites. Alright, now for our guns. So I have a Honey Badger. I personally like the Honey Badger. If you find a different assault rifle you like better, you're more than welcome to use it. Just make sure you have this set up for it. So of course you want your assault rifle damage to be maxed. I don't know, and I don't remember if you can max out the health damage or change health damage. If I could, I'd change it to something else, but if not, that's cool. I don't really care. But luckily it came with damage to target out of cover, which is very important for this build, and it does your extra damage for you. The talents I put on this is your Strained, which grants 10% critical hit chance damage for every 0.5 seconds you are firing, stacks up to 5 times. By the time you pretty much are like down to 20 bullets in your mag, you should have Strain maxed out. So you're pretty much doing all this damage. Now, of course, for its mods on it, I put on the reflex sight, or I'm just gonna go into it. I'm a visual learner too, okay? So I have the reflex sight, which gives me that plus 5% critical hit chance, and then I put on the laser pointer, which gives me the other critical hit chance, and of course my sturdy extended rounds give you the 20 more rounds minus skill, or minus reload speed. Who cares? I don't care. Now for my SMG, I like to use the Vector. There are other SMGs you can use. Whoa, I didn't hit that button. If you would like to use a different SMG, there are other options you can choose, whatever fits you the best, but really I would choose a Vector or like an MP5 or it's like the little SMG. I can't remember what it's called, but it looks like a Scorpion pretty much. So that thing, it's also really good. This one didn't roll too great, but instead of stability, I'd like damage out of cover. So that's basically where you want that. And of course, I threw strain on it. Now, the only thing with this is, due to it being so fast, sometimes strain doesn't completely max out. So you might get to 4 instead of 5 on the bars. But that's okay, because this is mainly used for when people are up in your grill. Now for its modifications, I use the reflex sight again for the critical hit chance. I use laser poisoner again for critical hit chance. I have the flash hider for the critical hit damage, and then I am using the 20 round magazine. Whew! What a mouthful. Now for our skills. So first up, I'm using the reinforcer. And really, I'm just using this because I like to heal myself in combat. You are going to get shot at a lot, especially the way I play. So I like to have this, and I use it sparingly, I guess. But really, it's just, I prefer to use this over using my my armor kits. Like, the only time I really use armor kits is if I'm suffering from a status effect. So then I just get the armor instantly. Or if I'm really about to die, I use the armor kit. But really, I use this. If you don't want to use this, the other mods in this, or skills in this slot you could use, are the oxidizer. And the reason why I say you could use the oxidizer is because you'll find yourself in stalemates when you're behind cover and the enemy's behind cover, and either they're suppressed or they won't move. You shoot the oxidizer and they will move immediately, unless they're suppressed. Sometimes they sit there and they're a bit stubborn. But oxidizer really helps pushing enemies out of cover. Other thing you can use the fixture drone. It's completely up to you if you want to use it. I don't really like to use it since I don't think it lasts too long without skills, like increased skill stuff, so I don't like to use it. The other thing you could use is the holographic device. It really helps, especially if you're like trying to trick people or get enemies from behind and stuff. You could use this skill, or you can use any of the pulses. It's completely up to you. Any other skill I wouldn't advise using. For our second skill, of course, you want your Revive Hive. The only mods I really have on this is the receiver, the receiver, ammo repair, and the health on it, because I don't have anything for in here. Like, I would like maybe range, I don't know, like more charges would be nice, but I guess I don't think that's a thing, so I really don't care. So yeah, I think that is it. Now it's time just to go over our specialists and basically how this little bit helps us. So I use the gunner, and the reason why I use the gunner is due to this thing right here. When I kill an enemy, it grants 10% armor. So if you are out of med kits or armor kits and you're down to your skills, this plus the skill will help you get your armor back real fast. Every third time you reload, it's 50% faster. I never really notice it because I'm killing so much, plus it doesn't really bother me. And then using your armor kits gives you 100% armor and then 30% bonus armor, so that's just, it's not too bad. And then the points I have in here is maxed out assault rifle, maxed out SMG. I have all these maxed out. So this one, you gain 10% total ammo capacity every 60 seconds. And then all your party members gain up to 5. You'll start noticing that you won't need to collect the blue box because you're just generating ammo all the time. So really, you can never really run out. So no worries there. You increase your fire rate by 5%, which upon kills, which is really nice. So while you're gaining damage on kills and by shooting people, you're also gaining your fire rate. Your pulse resistance, which it doesn't really bother me. I don't ever really get in a fight with pulse. And then your 10% weapon handling while not moving. This never really applies to me unless like I'm behind cover, not really moving. But I like to move a lot in my build, so that's just how I play it. And of course, you can max out anything else you want. It's completely up to you. Alright, so I think that is everything. I guess you could take a look at the stats. I didn't do this in my last video. I completely forgot to do it. But these are the general stats that I have, which aren't too bad, and I actually quite like them. So with my maxed out critical hit chance at 60, since you can't go over that, and 150.4 critical hit damage, and then my headshot damage, of course, is the 81.2, so not too bad for that. And then when we switch to my vector, it switches up to just 0.5 more critical hit damage and less headshot, so it doesn't really matter which one you use. And then once everything's pretty much maxed out, as usual, you'll be tearing through people like no tomorrow. Alright, now for the rest of this video, it's just going to be like a little bit of me showing off the build. So thank you guys for watching. Please sub to the channel, it really helps me out. Also, follow me on any of the social media. All the links will be down below. I have Instagrams, one for the gaming channel and one for my art. I have a website that also will be in the description. I have a second website, which it's more for other things that aren't gaming, but there's that. I also have a TikTok, so if you want to go to that, you can go ahead and check me out there. Anyway, guys, my name is Notorious, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of the video.
needed. Heavily armored hostile detected. Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.